Yeah, you already know who it is. King of Philly. You already know who I'm rocking with. Mikey T, the movie star. Are you a movie star? Probably not, but Mikey T is.
So Gil, what's up, man? The podcast is going pretty well right now. $1 million worth of game.
Yes, it is. You know what I mean? Top 10 every time we drop. You know what I mean? High is number 2. You know, we can't, for some reason, we can't, pass Joe Rogan, a legend, but he's a legend. We'll get there.
How does it feel competing with somebody like Joe Rogan, like just out the gate?
I mean, it's good. It just let me know the groundwork that I put in. You know what I'm saying? It's really paying off.
You know, you're a hell of a guy, Gil. Artist, actor, apparently podster now.
Podster, yeah. I guess that's what it's called, huh? I would have never thought I would have been a podster. But you know, life take you on some crazy journeys, man. You know what I'm saying?
You're a father.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been that 20 plus years now.
I mean, even though you got your kids doing crazy videos, putting themselves out there like that,
What
with
they
Cheese
do?
and Mac.
What they do?
I mean, you got Mac admitting to selling packs on his new record.
He said he won't pop no perks and did it again.
But you know, a possibility, a question entered my mind just last week. It was from acting to reality star. Maybe Love and Hip Hop?
Nah.
Marriage Boot Camp?
I turned Love and Hip Hop down about 5 times. Marriage Boot, I mean, that's that show cool, but I don't really need no help in my marriage. I'm good.
I mean, how about couples therapy?
I can't give out relationship advice and then need relationship advice. That's ass backwards. I could get a doctors that's on couple therapy some goddamn game. They need some game. Cause they see one thing they doing is they going by the book. In real life, ain't no book could tell you how to live real life. Life changes every day. How a book gonna tell you how to fix your relationship? So, nah. It's good though. Nice show though.
You're the king of Philly, Gil. Your wife, Toot. May I call her Toot?
Yeah.
You and your wife, you're very public. You know, is opening your life something you could see the two of you doing on national TV, though?
I mean, if the bag right and I'm the content provider, then yeah. But if I can't if I can't be the one who's in the room creating the content with the people who do the content, then no. Because I'm not gonna sign on to a company and then Joe Blow, who sits in the fucking office all day, now you gonna tell me what cool is. Nigga, I control cool. You ain't never been cool in your fucking life. How you gonna tell me what cool is? That's why on Love and Hip Hop, they be having a bunch of goofy shit. Cause they listen to somebody else tell them and create content for them and tell them what our culture wanna see.
Well, after what Ralo said about Toot on the recent episode of $1 Million Worth of Game, maybe y'all could go get that couples therapy check.
What?
So y'all could talk about that incident that happened inside the cell.
I'm not necessarily sure that happened. That's just something I put together in my own mind.
I'm sure y'all got about 8 hours each. Y'all could vent about that. PnB Rock. PnB Rock shouted you out on his new interview with The Breakfast Club, speaking on Philly inspirations. Can you recollect meeting PnB Rock for me and inspiring him as a younger artist?
What did he say?
He said Gillie was one of the most inspiring artists from Philly, as well as, me, Beanie Siegel. He wanted to throw your name in there as one of the most inspiring.
Okay, that's what's up, man. PnB Rock, my guy. I'm sorry, PnB Rock's, it's my guy. You know what I mean? One thing I can say about PnB Rock that I really appreciate is that you meet some people before they got money, and they be a certain way, they act a certain way. Then when they get some money, You look at him like, who the fuck is this guy? Where'd you come from? So you let a couple dollars change you? He never changed. You know what I'm saying? He's still the same person that I met in the studio when he didn't have a dime. Now that he got money, he's still the same person. So that's what I respect the most out of him. You know what I mean?
What do you think? What do you think of so many artists being able to transition from the trap to the pop charts?
I mean, it's called growth, man. You know, how long you want to be stuck in the trap, man? It's called a trap for a reason. Because either you're going to go to jail or you're going to go to the grave. If you ain't growing in life and life is passing you by like a goddamn PT Cruise on the expressway, who really losing? So it's only right that you go through a certain amount of growth. And as you grow, as a person, you grow as a thinker. Your music grows because now you got more stuff to talk about. You done seen more, you done more in life. So you're not just confined to talking about the trap and what go on in the hood.
What do you make of artists that are here in the tri-state that really should be out in California with their bubbling careers, getting caught up by the law due to being on probation, being able to come and check in at their house whenever they want to?
Well, that's the death of a lot of rappers. They might got talent, but they never go nowhere. They never get out, they never network. You know what I'm saying? Your network, you know, equals your net worth. So if you don't get out and meet people that could change your life, people that can help you on your journey, then, you know, you ain't gonna go too far. You gotta be willing to go out of your comfort zone. See, most dudes is only comfort in their own hood. Most dudes is confined to a 10-block radius in their own hood. And they don't like to leave that radius because everything they need is right there. Need something to eat, I get my money here. I need to leave. You need to leave because you need to politic. You need to grow. You need to meet people and expand and open your mind up and understand that life is more than just that 10-block raggedy-ass hood you live in. Feel me, Mikey?
I feel you, Gil. But Gillie, can we speak on Lil Nas X? You know, I got my horses in the back.
Just the kid with the country song or something.
The kid with the country song.
Yeah, man, he's doing his thing.
What are your thoughts on hip-hop and country music connecting?
I mean, music is music, man. Good music is good music. Good music don't live in one genre. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away. What genre is that? I don't know. Is that country?
Must be country.
That's a good
Wallo
song.
listens to it.
That's a good song.
Wallo put you onto that.
No, he didn't put me onto that. He tried to tell me that was an exiting plan, but he didn't put me onto that.
So what do you make of the record that, you know, Lil Nas X, he's actually been banned from the charts? The country music world isn't really respecting his record. You know, Nelly had previously worked with Tim McGraw.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, they feel like country music is for the white folks, man. And this nigga coming on here making imitation country music, that's how they feel. He may not feel like that, but they feel like this ain't country music. This shit don't sound like this. Sing on down the line, cause honey, is it time to go? Cause my bitch just broke my nose, cause she called me cheating. It don't sound like that. So you know how that is. And you're black too? Take that nigga off the charts. Fast.
Well, one of the biggest in their genre, Billy Ray Cyrus, actually jumped on the record. Do you think that's an indication that merging of the two genres should be accepted?
Well, that's somebody saying, this is hot. I might not be that hot, right now. Let me help you and you help me. That's all it is, man. I'm going to help you by getting on your record. You going to help me because you got a hot record. So that's all it is.
Because if we're talking Billy Ray Cyrus, what are you thinking?
It don't matter. If before he did the record, if he would have went to Billy Ray Cyrus and said, jump on this record, Billy Ray Cyrus would have probably told him kiss his ass with his tongue out. But then after you hit the charts and you go to, then it's like, you can't say that because the people like it now. It ain't up for you to make a decision. The people like it. I'm in front of all these people on the charts. Now you want to come on and jump, get your pad on, jump on this wave, or you don't.
So Gil, being an artist from the golden era of hip hop, being an artist that still has clout now in the game, I want to ask you, do you think that this guy, Lil Nas X, do you think he should be facing any scrutiny over his name involving the words and names Nas and X?
Oh, man. He might have looked up the Nas and DMX. His name may be Nasir. That might be short for Nasir. I don't know. I don't really think about that type of shit, Mike.
So you don't think he should really face any scrutiny over using those names?
No, I don't. You can use whatever name you want. Rick Ross is using Rick Ross. And Rick Ross is living.
If you were Nas, would you expect a call?
What do you mean if I was Nas?
If you were Nas, or because you're Gillie Da Kid, Gillie Da King. If you were actually the artist that he was using the name of, would you feel a different way?
No. Nas is already solidified, man. So, no.
DMX is solidified as well.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about the battle with Cassidy.
Yeah, I seen it. I thought Cassidy lost.
Oh, you seen the battle?
Yeah, I seen it.
He came out strong in that first round.
I thought he lost, though. I thought it wasn't necessarily lyrics. Cassidy was saying some good things, but it was just all one level to me. You got to take it up. You got to bring it down. You got to take people on that roller coaster. And, he didn't do it. So, we don't do no, crying about it. He'll bounce back like Spalding in the playoffs, Michael Jordan lost before. Kobe Bryant lost before. LeBron James lost before. Wilt Chamberlain lost before. So, sometimes you take a L.
Judging the battle, do you think Cassidy is a bit caught up in his past?
I don't know. Why you say that?
It just seems like he thinks that he could come and do all the things he used to do in battles from years ago.
I don't know if he caught up in his past. I just think he came across a dude who was really polished for today's rap battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because after Cassidy's first round, I'm thinking to myself, wow, how is Goodz going to come back from this? How is he going to counteract this? And he topped Cassidy's best round, in my opinion. So that would say it was 3-0 to me, because we get to the second round and the crowd starts to boo Cassidy.
So, it is what it is. And you can't, and as Cassidy as a man can't take it personal because they just was cheering you in the first round.
But Cassidy said he crossed over, but he played his role in Philly. Being from Philly, do you agree with that?
What you mean he crossed over, but he played his role?
He said in the battle, he said that he crossed over, meaning he sold some records, but in the long run, he says he played his role in Philly.
Oh, I guess he did. He's from Philly.
What role was that Cassidy played? Because where do you rank him? He says he's the greatest rapper. Is he even the greatest rapper in Philly to you?
I don't know. Well, no, I don't. It's kind of hard,
Because if we're talking about the greatest rapper of all time, we're talking about putting Cassidy up there with Big and Pop.
No, hell no. No.
All right, and then if we're talking about...
No disrespect to Cassidy, but in my eyes, you can't mention Cassidy in the same name as Biggie and Tupac. Number one, Biggie and Tupac sold millions of records. Millions. You know what I'm saying? When they was alive. They took the rap game by a different level of storm. You know what I'm saying? Cassidy is definitely carved his niche out in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? And that in itself is hard. How many rappers on planet Earth do you think could actually carve a niche out in the rap game? What is it, less than 1%? So what he done was really good and some spectacular shit. And he always will be commended for that. But I can't put you in the same breath as Biggie and Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
So then I take it more locally. We take it to Philly. Meek Mill and Beanie Siegel. Is he right there with them?
Well, honestly, just being real with you, nobody took over Philadelphia rap on an independent like me. Nobody. I took this whole area over, and it was bidding wars between all the record labels. Def Jam, Capitol, Atlantic, everybody. To the point where a down south independent record label came on board. Like, everybody wants this kid. Let me go see if I can get him. And that's just the God honest truth. Me and Major Figgas made New York niggas respect Philly niggas. Up until we came out, New York ain't respect Philadelphia as rappers. Yeah, we had the ESTs, we had the Cool C's, we had the Steady B's, we had the Schoolie D's, we had the Will Smiths, but New York ain't give us no leeway. He was like, them niggas cool, but when I hit, when the Figgas hit, they opened up the radio to us. Come on. Whenever y'all want to come up. Shout out to Stretch Armstrong, man. A legend. So, and I tell you this story because Cosmic Kev, who's been a DJ way before I came around and still is the #1 DJ in Philadelphia area, he brought that to my attention. And he tell me stories about rap all the way back to the early 80s. New York never respected us until you hit the scene. Feel me? And then the next person to get traction like that was Meek Mills. Where I'm talking about, you're not signed to no major deal. And when you go outside, everybody want pictures. Women want their titties signed. I'm never gonna watch this titty ever again. Oh my God, I can't believe it's on my sign this titty right here. I was doing that as an independent artist. Meek Mills was doing that as an independent artist. No disrespect to nobody else. But Beans was kind of walked into Jay-Z. He rapped for Jay-Z. It was on from there. Cassidy was walked into Swiss Beats. He rapped for Swiss Beats. It was on from there. I came from the streets. I put a CD out. Sold 30,000 CDs independent from the streets, out the trunk and out the record stores. The record labels ain't had no choice but to come for me. Feel what I'm saying? And then the next person to do that after me, after Major Figgas, was Meek Mills.
One of the most hard-hitting things in the Cassidy and Goodz battle was when Goodz told Cassidy that he backstabbed AR-AB. He said, Goodz, the same rapper that would have killed for you, you left for dead.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. You know, AR-AB and Cassidy was friends at one time. Whatever went on between them, that ain't my business. I wasn't hanging with them. I wasn't in the circle to be like, well, this happened, that happened. I don't know. To be like, he backstabbed them or he didn't backstab. So to me, that was just a good rap bar. That was just rapping. That's like when a rapper be like, I'll blow your brains out, and then I'll scoop them up, and then okay, you rapping. All right, cool. I'll shoot your kneecap off, and then I did. That sounded cute. Yeah, you're rapping. It's just rap bars. No. You can't speak on a person leaving a person for dead, and was AR-AB out here dead? He didn't look dead to me.
He looked very healthy.
Looked very healthy. So, it's rap, man.
But I think he was judging it from after the fact that now that AB's incarcerated and Cassidy hasn't made much of a mention of AB.
Well, AB and Cassidy wasn't messing with each other before AB got locked up. So if I'm not messing with you before you get locked up, I'm not going to, just because you're locked up, I'm not going to turn super sentimental now. I'm speaking on myself. If I was dealing with somebody or me and somebody had issues and you got locked up, that's not going to make me turn super sentimental. Niggas get locked up every day.
Yeah, that was really the end of it. The end of the battle right there. Goodz waited for those last two topics. And then the other topic was the transaction. Gil, what spectacle would it have been if Goodz actually brought the transvestite that it speculated Cassidy was with on that smack stage?
I don't know, man. You know, I don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, so many people be out here clout chasing, man. You know, fame is the new root of all evil. It used to be money. Now it's fame. These people want fame more than they want money. I just want to be noticed. I just want to be recognized. That's it. So,
Cause you know I was down with my homie It's Matic, and he's good friends, or he was actually in the group with Hollow the Don called NYB. And the amount of money they give these battle rappers, they're able to do little stunts like that where they could call somebody up and be like, listen, I'm going to give you $500 to come be on the stage.
I mean, that's on them, man. If you got skeletons in your closet, man, and they come out, then...
Yeah, so, you know, I went and I talked to the guys. I talked to all the guys about the story of Cassidy facing off with Little Rucky, and they all really remembered it.
Yeah.
They remembered Rucky as a pretty crazy guy.
They all said the same thing I said.
Of course, they did.
Absolutely.
But another thing is starting to come to the light. It's you were doing some battling.
Yeah, absolutely.
You actually battled Mysonne?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where were you then? What was that? Take me
That
back
was
to
in
that.
Def Jam. I had a meeting up at Def Jam with Chris Lighty. Mike Lighty. And yeah, me and Mysonne battle. That's my guy, man. Mysonne was hard, man.
Definitely.
He was hard. You know what I mean?
You put them bars on you, Gil?
Nah. I mean, he was spitting some shit, but I won. You know what I mean? That's my guy, though. Mysonne always had crack. You know what I mean? That definitely wasn't no doubt about it. He always could rap. You know what I'm saying? He always been nice with it.
How did they pitch you guys against each other? Was it in like a boardroom or something?
Yeah, it was like I just went up there to meet with Mike. I got in there. You know, Fendi was in there at the time. Fendi had managed Red Cafe, Gravy, and Q, which was known as Franchise. And he asked me to rap. I spit. He asked me to rap again. I spit. Just so happened, I think his name was Tone. He was Mike's manager. He walked past the room. The door was open. Fendi seen him. And just was like, I don't even think Fendi knew I don't even know. Like literally Fendi, I had knew Fendi for about 7 minutes. And when he walked past the room, he said, bet that money right now. Bet that money today. I'm betting on him. He didn't even know my name. Tone was like, all right, cool. Then we went to they got the whole Def Jam. We went to this big conference room. As we walk into the conference room, the elevator opened. Jay and Dame got off the elevator. And then everybody lost their mind. Yeah, y'all gotta come see this. Y'all gotta be the judges. They came in there, Dame and Jay judged it, and that's how it went.
That sounds like some shit, Gil. Is there anybody else you actually remember battling along those lines?
Juelz Santana.
You serious? You actually battled Juelz Santana?
He wasn't Juelz Santana then. He was part of something like the Dream Team or something like that, the A-Team or something. So he wasn't with Cameron. And I was in think it was Priority Office. They brought him in. They used to try to get me knocked off up there, but it never happened. They brought in Billy Bathgate. They used to run in a lot of guys to try to knock me off up there. But see, back then guys got on by rapping. That was the era you could see Puff after a concert. Yo, Puff, let me spit for you. You rap something right there. You see the paperwork going through tomorrow. Like, oh, let me sign it. Let's start this paperwork tomorrow. You know, it's a little different now.
Definitely, man. And, I wish well to Joel Santana. He got caught up in some shit. Something I actually wanted to ask you about a few months ago. Like, what's up with all these rappers mistakenly bringing, like weapons and drugs to the airports?
Hey, man, so you gotta be on point, man. You can lose a year, 2 years of your life from a mistake. And when you go into court, they ain't trying to hear that shit was a mistake. They like, no, nigga, you're lying. You got caught. That's all. Wasn't no mistake. You got caught. So, it is what it is, man.
I mean, P.D. Pablo had a gun at the airport. They gave him 3 years in jail. I mean, you'd be there. You're there, Gil. You're pulling up to the airport. You figure there's a gun in your book bag. You mistakenly. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you just bounce? Go back to the airport?
I mean, well, maybe they ain't know. Yeah.
And you called me shot out.
Yeah.
That's some of the most shout out shit I ever heard.
It is. But it's like this. If I got a gun and I say, oh, let me throw this drink in my suitcase real quick. Then I get a call, I gotta go somewhere, and then I just throw some clothes in my suitcase and just bounce, and the gun's still in my suitcase. I forgot it was in there. You know what I mean?
Okay, so the gun, all right. How about all the oxycodone going oxycodone?
Well, them niggas know that they know the drugs is with them. Like, because why would you just stash drugs in your bag for days?
Maybe they had too much. You know what I mean? Stash some here, I got a handful of one pocket.
So they know what they doing. You know what I mean? They just got caught.